was not good.
Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Tim.
and this
This
is
is
Twinfluenced,
Twinfluenced.
our podcast with hot takes and unfiltered thoughts about everything pop culture and current.
Join us every Tuesday
And get
Twinfluenced.
Twinfluenced. All right, welcome to another episode of Twinfluenced, episode 15, if I did my math correctly. We have a lot of great things to jump into this over the last week and a half. A lot of
Lots of
new
announcements
new
in the
news.
news.
New news. He doesn't get it because he didn't watch the podcast.
What?
We have some new music news with not just the one and only Taylor Swift, but a bunch of other people too that we're going to talk about. And then we're going to get into our twin-fluenced animal stories, and then we'll love it or hate it and call it a day. So with that said, are you ready to get into it, Timmy?
Yeah, I've been ready. I've been ready since you said to be ready at 11. And of course, now
And
we're
it
starting
is
an
a
hour later, as per usual with you. But let's get into it.
lettuce.
Let us. Your fave has a new announcement. You want to take it away?
Yes, I do. Taylor Swift, you look like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has a brand new TS12 album coming out. That's right. The Life of a Showgirl, October 3rd. She announced it on, what the fuck is their podcast? New Heights with the Kelseys. I watched the whole thing until it crashed on YouTube, and then I thought it was over. So I just was like, oh, this is how it ends. So I turned my TV off. And then I found out on TikTok that it wasn't over and that there was like another 20 minutes to the interview. But I caught up on TikTok of what I missed. Like loafing you is bread. So I'm really excited about that. But that's not really what our topic is about. What I kind of want to hone in on is, well, first of all, let's talk about the photo.
Yes, let's talk about the cover. I
This is like, uh,
it's
well, so there's, yeah.
not good. It's not a good cover photo. The other alternates that she had, the one that she had in like that like silver chain outfit, that's like her best look. That should have been the cover.
Okay, but
And
that
the
cover's so scandalous. And
and
that's
the
kind of the photo I want to
text,
hone in on.
the text for all of them, I don't like it. And I don't like that the words are scattered. It just
It's
doesn't look good. Especially the main
giving
cover is the worst of
magazine
all of them.
serial killer vibe.
Yeah, kinda.
But I think
And I
she looks
don't like
great.
her photo of her in the theater seats climbing out like she's like mama. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
they're a little weird. Not my style. Blank space. Uh,
Oh my
uh
God.
but what I want to say about the chain photo specifically, and I don't think this is the photo that we can use for our like we usually put little photos next to us now on YouTube since we changed filming formats. But like,
You don't
I
see
don't.
anything though. It's
It's
she
just still
has
so
it's
scandalous.
just a
Like,
skin colored bra and a skin colored whatever she's wearing on the lower half.
I know, but
So you
it's
don't
still
actually
like
see anything.
she's like naked in it.
Hardly.
So, but we'll pop it up. But um, I like it, but it's a bit much for me. But I do like it
And I'm
anyway.
not vibing with the titles on the track list. I do judge a song by its title.
I learned a long time ago with Taylor Swift specifically, you can't judge the song by the title because
No, I do.
they're
And I'm
different.
usually right.
No. Let me give you an example of one. Midnight, some of the titles were really weird.
I only listen to like
Like,
three Midnight songs.
For example, Dear Reader,
I hate
but
that song.
I love that song. And then like for example, like uh I don't know. It's hard for me to in hindsight look back at the titles that I was sketchy about because now I love all the songs.
You know what song I like now because of Vodka Cranberry and only because of Vodka Cranberry reminding me of it?
Huh.
So High School.
I feel so high school every time I look at you. I love that song. Um, so let's get to the real story that's annoying me about this whole TS12 thing, and it has obviously nothing to do with Taylor Swift, but everything to do with annoying Swifties grifting on TikTok live, so putting like the orange in the background or like, you know, things like that, like the glitter, and then they put like TS12, and then they like are like soliciting followers using Taylor Swift, and it's like their whole gist is just like, oh, I also like Taylor Swift, so you should follow me. It's giving grifter, and I don't like that energy.
I mean, that's what everyone does, though. That's what the Swifties do. They all grift on that. I would
And
argue
that's
she herself is a grifter.
how is she a grifter? She is herself. She can't grift on her own name.
She does, though. She releases the same album over and over and
How
over
can you
again.
say that? You're a hater. I'm not gonna have this conversation with a hater. Love or
Good.
hate it, haters. You're a hater. I hate you.
You hate me,
Yeah,
then let's just stop it right here.
let's stop it right here. No, I'm not done on this because another thing I want to criticize the Swifties for is the, 2020 hindsight's 2020. And don't now tell me, look at all these Easter eggs we missed. Because first of all, I don't look for Easter eggs because I don't, I just don't. Because I'm not good at it. And I can recognize when I'm good or not good at something. And you're also not good at it, but you're so bad at recognizing it that now you're like making it your whole business of like retroactively looking at the Easter eggs. And it's like, well, you didn't pick up on it the first time, did you, dummy?
Swifties are dumb and they
They
overlook
are.
everything and they're annoying and they're
They are.
hostile
They are.
and they're
And I,
13-year-old girls and you. They're 13-year-old girls and 30-year-old gay men. And I
I'm
think
not,
those are evil
I am
demographics.
not 30. That is crazy. Oh my God. Let's talk about the leaked images and the now investigation going on.
I have nothing to say about it.
Fine, we're not going to talk about that.
I mean, if
Fine,
you have
let's.
thoughts, share them. I don't really know that much about it. I think she'll be fine.
I think the thing about the leaked images are who are you doing that for? That's kind of like my question on it. Because no one's going to believe that they're real if you're leaking it. And then once they are found out that they are real, then it's like you just look shitty, you know? Because
They're doing it
this
for
isn't like,
clout.
but the thing is like, this isn't like a scoop on a big, scandalous story about a politician or someone. It's just a fun little album, a little song. Like
It's like the
the
biggest artist though. And
whatever.
they're leaking that they're gonna release another album. So yeah, that's gonna get attention and
But
traction.
we already knew she was going to the album. There was like not a question in anyone's mind that another album was going to come out
I didn't know. I don't follow her religiously.
because you hate her.
I don't hate her. I hate her fans.
All right, let's just move on to someone who is actually worth being scrutinized over. That is Cardi B. Cardi B has a new song out. I already forgot what it's called. Something
It's
dumb.
it's not invasion of privacy, but it's very similar to that.
And it's similar. It's nothing new. It's, I think, groundbreaking. And it's kind of like, it's honestly, I feel like she put this song out now to confirm that our expectations need to be lowered for the rest of this album. So that's probably why she's putting this song out now because it's mid as fuck. And it's
Y- I
the whole
wasn't a
premise
fan of the
of the
song,
song.
but she looks
The,
great in the photos and the music
she
video and
looks
all that.
great. No matter, she always looks great. That's never a question. And I would never lie. See, I'm an honest broker, unlike you, a dishonest broker. And I would never lie and just say like someone doesn't look great just because I am unhappy with their work.
It wouldn't lie either.
But that being said, it was mid, and the whole song is just like about how these bitches got nothing on her. But it's like, who the fuck are you even talking about? Like, nobody cares about you. No offense, Cardi B.
She's talking about rappers I've never heard of.
That's my point. Like, you're platforming people that nobody cares about.
Yeah. Do you want to jump to the fat joke that we were accused of? Uh,
No, I actually
uh,
want to stick on this song for one more thing because she opens up the song talking about vintage versus archived and how people don't even know what that means. And my
I
question
actually
is,
like that line. That was the only
no,
good line.
my question to her is she aware of the difference? Because I'm not convinced she knows either.
Wow.
Because now we can use that to segue into the fat joke because like Bardi, the Bardi apple don't fall from the Bardi tree. And just like Cardi B, her
If you're
fans,
about to
the
condemn her for a fat joke with all the shit that you have said about how you're body
can
negative,
I speak? Can
I
I
just feel like
speak?
I already know where this is
Can I
going.
speak?
That's all you
The
do.
Bardi apple don't fall far from the Bardi tree. And just like Cardi B, Bardi gang is dumb as fuck and they're a bunch of dummies. Why am I saying that? Because we made a post last week that was so clearly about her legal troubles. It didn't mention fat at all. Didn't mention Cardi B made a joke.
But it's because it had just happened when we posted that TikTok.
Yeah,
But
but if
it's
you
because
read the
people
caption,
don't
people
pay attention.
Bardi gang don't read. They're illiterate. They don't know. They can't read. Oh, this where I clearly wrote this is about her, her being sued for an assault. I clearly wrote that. And we were talking about a lawsuit going on, which also then there was some bullshit which I knew we were going to get about. Well, she threw water at them, or like they threw water at her first, which is I'm not even going to get into the silliness of that. But then they started saying that we're so sensitive because we can't take a joke as a joke,
Not
and it's
we,
like, but it's
because
like,
you were the one talking.
but it's like I wasn't talking about the joke. I don't care about no damn fat joke. If I heard the
I know
joke,
we
I
didn't talk.
probably would have
I hadn't even
laughed,
heard
to
of it
be
at that
honest.
time.
That's my thing. I didn't hear about it until this. But since y'all want to talk about it, we could talk about it. But even then, I'm not going to be inauthentic and start slamming Cardi B about some damn fat joke because I don't give a fuck. I make fun of fat people all the time. It's funny.
My God, that's not
And
funny.
she wasn't making fun of a specific person. So it's
She
like,
wasn't making. It was not that bad.
but what pisses me off is these sensitive ass bitches rushing to defend someone are too sensitive and dumb to realize what we're actually talking about.
It's stan
And then
culture.
they're projecting we're so sensitive. We're not fucking talking about that shit, bitch. Read a book. Get off the internet, dummy.
Yeah, we're talking about
And
life and death, legal battles.
multi-million dollar settlements. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about big money. not little pennies that you bitches count. That's all I
Okay.
have on that.
I don't have anything else either. Just that I
I
think
just
that I'm for body positivity, but her joke was literally not that. It was offensive to me, is all I'm gonna say. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was very lighthearted.
I
And it's
do
nothing,
have
and people are all normalizing, like, making fun of big people. You know what I mean?
or just kind of bringing it back. Like that used to be normal, and then it kind of got a little PC about body positivity, and now they're like, no, wait, actually, that is okay to make fun of.
Like, there was a whole sound on TikTok of like big back, big back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like she was just doing that.
Yeah. And it was all in good fun. I don't think she should be scrutinized for, these are something these artists do is they just get on live with their fans and they shoot it back and forth. And I don't think artists should be scrutinized for just, being authentic, interacting with their fans.
Right.
So in terms of that, like I don't care about that. I just really I don't like Bardi gang. They're dumb. They piss me off.
Okay, well, I'm Bardi Gang. How's
But
that?
speaking of Bardi Game, I do have sources in Bardi Gang, and they have confessed to me that they believe that one, the song was really not good, that it was really mid as fuck, and they did not like it, and two, that all her songs do sound the same. Those are two different statements from two different Bardi Gang affiliates that have told that to me personally.
Name them.
You want me to name them? Do you really want me to name them?
But not me.
It was.
The other one.
It was wow, that was an anonymous source. Just a little shout out that Wishbone by Conan Gray is finally out. 12 songs. And did I listen to all of them yet? No, because it's really hard to get me into that level of sadness and depression. And so
It's really, I can't listen to it because it's like I'm into like upbeat and like pop and like
I
it's too sad.
so the
I hope
songs
he
that I
plays
like,
Heather
me
at
too.
when we see him.
Me too. But this also like so I ordered merch. The merch isn't even gonna ship out until after I see him in concert. What? So I'm gonna be forced to buy like a $80 shirt at the concert now. So I will just say songs that I do like that are okay. Actor is like really depressing, but still kind of got that. I like the bridge. It's got that beat to it still. So I like Actor. This song is a happy song. Vodka Cranberry is sad, but it's another fast one. I love it. Speak Up. My World, I love. It's a more upbeat one. It's my world. It's my girl and it's my guy. It's my life.
I don't know
Something,
this song.
something.
I don't know
Yeah,
anything after Vodka Cranberry.
but I'm just saying like that's a song that you could listen to that I think you would like more. Romeo, Becca's right. Romeo is good. It's sad, but it's a fast upbeat one. Uh The other songs I like, but they are like they're sad. And
All his
it just
songs
makes
are
me think,
sad.
why is Conan Gray always so fucking sad, bro?
Why are you so negative all the fucking time?
For
Yeah.
real. Like at least Taylor Swift, like she's
Oh my
got
God. Now we're
she
back
goes
on Taylor Swift.
she goes from, happy lover moments to like folklore evermore back to like midnights, then back down to TPTP. And then
Meet me
this
at
album
midnight.
Meet Me at Midnight. But now this album you're gonna love and you're gonna eat these fucking words because it's from the people that made your favorite Taylor Swift songs.
But even for Reputation, I only like half of that album.
Ready for it?
And yeah, I like Ready for It.
Yeah, those are the people. What's the 1989 songs you like? Wildest Dreams?
I only really listen
Out of the
to Out
Woods.
of the Woods is probably one of my
These are
favorite songs of hers.
yeah. Those are the energy. That's the vibe that is being brought to the
It's just these
album.
long song titles are giving slow song. They're not giving fast song.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they are.
Long long song titles usually are faster.
No, they're usually slower,
No.
especially with her.
No.
Yes.
Also, there's titles that's like there's not really that many long titles. The Life of a Showgirl, that's Sabrina Carpenter. That's gonna be a fast song. Um,
I mean, Sabrina
Elizabeth
sings
Taylor,
slow
that's not a
too.
long. Uh,
Okay, but the Fate of Ophelia that she's opening with, that's obviously a slow song.
I don't think it is obvious.
It's going to be a slow song. And Ophelia, that's a very like
Ophelia,
slow topic.
not necessarily.
Drowning yourself.
She doesn't drown because of slowness. She drowns because she's just so
But
exhausted.
it's not a fast song allegory. That is a slow song reference.
I guess like you'll stand to be corrected.
Okay, who is left? Lizzo.
Lizzo is denying the Ozempic rumors. She says she gets it through hard work, which so first I want to ask you what say you, but like I will preface like you can lose weight the old-fashioned way and people are doing it, but the it's not multimillionaires doing it. It's people who can't afford Ozempic who are still doing it the old-fashioned way. So that's how I'll preface it with that. And it's just like how coincidental that you've been struggling to lose weight, but all of a sudden everyone else is on Ozempic and that's when you finally figured out how to lose it the hard way. Like it's just two and two don't for me, it don't click. But what say you?
I think that we should believe women and that if she says she didn't lose it from Ozempic, then she didn't. And we saw her journey. We saw her on her fitness journey for like years, and it takes a long time.
It
And
doesn't
she
take
was,
that long if you're actually
but
dedicated.
she's
It
like a big girl. And she went away for a year and she came back and she lost a lot of weight in that time. And so I think it's perfectly reasonable to think that she lost it through like working out and eating better. And she's been sharing all the things that she's been doing. I feel like it makes perfect sense that that is how she would lose the weight.
so I want to believe her, but I also don't want to be. I don't want to be bamboozled yet again. Like there's like it's giving Oprah vibes of like Oprah did it through Weight Watchers, and then it turns out she actually is a complete liar, and she took
Because, well,
Ozempic.
Oprah is a grifter who was trying to sell a product.
That's what I mean. Like, I just don't want to be bamboozled about being told. It just would be like no reason to lie. So I would hope she's not lying. But I'm just skeptical about these celebrities that are losing weight because everybody is on it. But I could her see her saying like it's important to her to lose it the right way because it's also more meaningful and more lasting when you lose it the right way. The right way being uh putting in the work, changing your diet, changing your uh, you know, energy, exercise habits. But I'm just
Yeah.
skeptical about it is all.
Well, that's really horrible of you, and you're terrible for doubting her. How about that?
That's evil to like jump to I'm being open and honest and you're vilifying me because that's all you do is vilify people.
No, I
And
just
why?
feel
Because it's
like
a projection because you have nothing inside of you. So then you try to drag everyone else down because of it.
you're the one dragging someone down.
How? By being
Why can't
honest. I'm trying to protect the everyday American like you and me, and more so.
let's move on?
Let's move on now to our new segment called Uh, I wrote down animal stories, but that doesn't feel like a great title for a segment. Are you
I
gonna come
don't
up with are you gonna come up with something for once, or is this again something I have to come up with?
can't come up with something on the fly.
Well, why didn't you come with something up earlier?
I didn't realize we were doing a whole segment of it.
Yeah, we grouped them together. I said let's group them all together in one segment, and
But
you
I didn't
said that sounds like
realize
a great idea.
first of all, I would never say that. Second of all, I didn't realize this was gonna be like a segment type of thing. Animal mayhem. Okay,
Mayhem.
do you want to start with the first story or should I? Because I found it.
You can start it.
Okay. So if you don't know PETA, they are an animal rights organization that I'm sure
If
you've
you don't
all
know PETA,
heard
then you're
of.
so lucky.
No, literally. Um, so Mario Kart came out recently and they have a cow character. And PETA said that
Something
Nintendo
we
should.
extensively covered when it first came out. So go back to episode, I think it's episode 6, titled Princess Daisy is not Middle Eastern.
That's not what it's titled.
What is it titled?
It's Princess Daisy is white passing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Titled
Because I
Princess
felt
Daisy is
that was
white
more inclusive.
passing. To call her white passing?
So PETA made a statement that this cow should be redesigned and that Nintendo should take the nose ring out because uh on these farms these cows they get like the nose ring put in them to like drag them around and like haul them and stuff.
No, 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 no.
According to them,
But and that's why I wrote this down because, as you may know, I am an animal science. I have a degree. I'm an expert in the field of animal
it's,
sciences.
it's this rare opportunity to use them.
With my concentration in food animal production and management. So who's a
Great, this
food
is
and
right up your alley
This is
then.
right up my alley. And what are the so does it help with transportation? More or less, like sure. But what is this predominantly for? This is for admi chaining. You put the ring in the nose and you hook them to like a wall or something while administering veterinary care to them or grooming or whatever to keep them safe. And usually it's not every single one, but some farmers will choose to put it on all of them. Some will just do it the rowdy ones. But it's to keep the animals safe and keep the caretaker safe while administering care. So is the animal going to be slightly uncomfortable, maybe like for a few minutes a week while it's like being cared? Sure, but it's much better than it severely injuring itself or worse, killing a person while it's just getting veterinary treatment. And the whole thing about PETA is they'd rather every single cow be euthanized like today. Like that's what they want. They want all the cows to be euthanized and so that no cow is ever grown or like alive. They think like that's the only humane solution. So they're kind of a whack job or
Is that a real
organization.
policy though?
That's what they want. They want every animal to be like euthanized. They don't think people should
I
own
think
pets.
you're making that up.
They don't think people should own pets. They don't think people should eat meat. They don't think animals should be raised for meat. They think the other theory I heard is that every single farm animal should be brought into like a sanctuary and like raised until they died and like stop being bred and stuff like that.
Well, wouldn't that be a
But
perfect world?
but still to eradicate the species. They want to eradicate them.
Okay.
But I
Here's
heard
my
both.
thoughts on PETA.
But so
I
they're
feel like
completely wrong.
they have
They'd
better
rather people
things
die.
to be arguing about in terms of like animal safety over a video game cow with a decorative nose ring. Just feel like what about all the whales in SeaWorld still being mistreated? and
What
all of the
about the
other
whales
animals
being murdered by the windmills in New Jersey
the
in the Atlantic
whales.
Ocean? What about the whales being murdered?
I mean, it's a valid. Why aren't PETA speaking up about that?
Why aren't they speaking up about that?
Or the birds. Thousands of birds die every
Okay,
night, and she.
but we're going to
We're
get to
gonna
it
do a
later.
deep dive on that.
We are. Stay tuned. It's going to be episode 1 of Twin Detectives.
My point is that PETA is an organization that could actually use their really loud and obnoxious voice for good, and they choose to do it for evil.
For evil.
And they hate fun. They hate the cunty cow with her nose ring.
Speaking of evil, let's move on to Anna Delvey. Because
Great.
this is also your story, so I'll let you introduce it.
So Anna Delvey, for those who don't know who she is a Russian lady who pretended to be a German heiress who went to prison for stealing a bunch of money. And she is now famous. And she recently did a photo shoot where she had three domestic rabbits on a leash. And then once this photo shoot was over, her intern took these rabbits and decided that the best thing for them would be to release them into the park. Even though they are not wild rabbits, they are very much pets and they very much stand out. Like one of them is gray, another one is white and
Because,
black.
yeah, because a domesticated
Like,
bunny is a completely different species than like a
and they
wild
don't know how to
rabbit.
survive on their own either.
They are the true meaning of domesticated. Like they are dependent on humans to survive. They've been like literally domesticated, but continue.
And so then I'm pretty sure the owner who lent them these rabbits is like, "Where are my rabbits?" And then someone who's walking, because they like put out like these rabbits are missing. We need these rabbits back. And then someone's walking through the park and they see one of the rabbits hopping around. So they're like, "Oh, well, your rabbits are in this park." And so eventually the three of them are found and they're all safe. And they are basically Anna Delvey and the other person that like organized the shoot are basically blaming this intern. And it's just like, why would they do that in the first place? Like, if you're not holding on to them forever, you're going to be giving them back to where you rented them from. Why are you
Well, so that has
releasing them
she
into the
fired
wild?
the intern or
I
what? And
don't
also,
think
was this like a
so.
Sonia Morgan unpaid intern situation because she's such a poser that she can't
I
actually
don't know.
afford employees, so she has like unpaid interns that do stuff for her?
I don't. I was really confused when I was reading it. Maybe I forgot something, but that's the gist of the story. And I just don't understand. Like she should be fired, this intern, if she really did that. Or she said that when they were like surrendered to me, I panicked and I didn't know what to do. So I thought that that would be the best thing for them. I was like, surrendered to you? Like, why? What is What do you mean? That's,
You panicked.
yeah, because she
It
didn't know
sounds
how to
like a
take
load
care
of.
of them. It's like for an hour. I don't
You
understand.
don't know how to take. But she thinks she was keeping them?
That's what it sounded like. She felt like she was keeping them, but it was just like, but then the person that gave them to you wanted them back.
Right.
I don't understand.
These were clearly owned by someone who has like a business that they let you take pictures with of their bunnies with that you like that seems to be part of their like they're just trained bunnies and
That's
this
what
is
I
this
would think.
person's business, which is a common practice for like photo shoots and celebrities and stuff. They get a trained animal. But that's like that animal's reused. You don't get it for one photo shoot and then keep the animal. What something's fishy about this and we will stay on it.
Well, I
But
just
what
refuse to believe that Anna Delvey knew nothing. I'm sure she was like, just they're rabbits, just release them into the park. I feel like she would 100% do that. Have you ever seen her interview with Z-Way?
I seen clips.
I just don't like her.
Let's moving on to animals being wandering cities. Have you heard about the Chicago sheep that was loose in West Loop and people were just like filming it walk down the street and they were like, "What is with this sheep?"
No. I
There's
actually
a
think I saw the headline, but I didn't click on the article.
So the reason this story sticks out to me is because I don't live in West Loop. I live in West Town, but like right next to West Loop. And there's a sheep apparently wandering around and whatever. There's this funny video, you guys have to look it up, about like a single animal control officer went out to get it and he was like chasing the sheep around his van trying to like catch it. It was really funny. But I just thought it was like really funny, and if you guys want a good laugh, you should look into the story. And it also is a little Chicago history for you guys. You know, the West Loop, West Town area used to be slaughterhouses, and that's where they would take the animals to slaughter them. So it's kind of funny that we still have livestock running around here.
Funny.
Some things never change.
It's kind of morbid. Where's
Yeah,
PETA for that?
I'm sure they said something.
Well, thank you for sharing.
You're so
What's our
welcome.
last story
Oh,
before Love
uh,
It or Hate It?
yeah, I have to go grab the article. Stay tuned.
Wonderful. We're not on a time schedule or anything.
So this is a little fun story that so this was I printed this out on Friday. And I thought this would be something to discuss on the podcast. It's called French Woman Sues Employer After Being Paid to Do Nothing for 20 Years and Still Got Salary by this is an so many people wrote it. I read the Economic Times article though. Um, just cause. So, what is the story? This is about 59-year-old trained human resource specialist who began working at a French company. But she had a bunch of like medical issues, so she kept taking off medical leave to like deal with her issues. And then like the company she worked for was sold to a different company and they didn't want to like fire her because they didn't want to be sued for like just, being like ableist or like discrimination against her disabilities. So they kind of like uh they found her unfit for the new role and they placed her on standby, so they stopped giving her any work in 2004. But despite that, she still received her salary every month. But she, quote, was treated like she didn't exist because she was not allowed to go to work. So this is a 20-year thing since 2004. After more than a decade of silence from her employer, she filed complaints with French anti-discrimination authorities, hoping for mediation, but nothing changed. Now she's suing, uh, claiming she's been a victim of discrimination, alleging that they tried to coerce her into quitting because work for a person with a disability means having a place in society. Um, the company just claims that they made every effort to accommodate her condition, but and that they plan to return her to work, but that they were repeatedly delayed due to her taking medical leave. This woman is 59 and this has been going on for 20 years. So this is kind of like so ridiculous and this is what's silly to me is the company's been paying this woman to do nothing for 20 years
And she's suing them.
and she's suing them.
That's like, is there more to the story? Because I don't
That's the story. That
understand.
was what was reported. And it's like, okay, if you're so unhappy, you could have gone and gotten a new job, a real job. You clearly were very happy with your arrangement for the last 20 years. My thinking is they were threatening to like now like maybe stop the check soon. and she didn't like that. And now she's claiming that she's been discriminated against the whole time. Because if you really wanted to work, you would have just gotten a job. Or why couldn't you just get a job on the DL? If like if you weren't doing anything, you could have been doing a dual income type of thing, or quit and gotten a real job, something.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't make sense. The story
no.
doesn't add up.
But I just think that that's a good way to end the episode of like, this is the bullshit. This is what people deal with.
Well, it's my dream job. I wish I had that job.
Everyone's dream job, except that's how this article opens
Except
up.
this
What
woman,
might
I
sound like
guess.
a dream job to some became a long, painful ordeal. It's such bullshit. Who wrote this? The author was so ashamed he didn't even want to put his name on this article. Hold on. Yeah, the
Wh-
author is not named, but you should be ashamed of yourself for even writing this article because it's such a silly story.
Whoa.
And with that, we can move on to Love It or Hate It. So I'll let you get started to America's favorite segment, Love It or Hate It.
Love it or hate it, fast food places that make their employees say my pleasure instead of thank you or
Is
no
this
problem.
Chick-fil-A?
And Culver's recently started doing this.
Love it.
I hate it. It's creepy. You sound like you're in a cult. You sound robotic. People don't talk like that in real life. And I don't like it. Just say you're welcome or no problem.
Newsflash for you. The people who don't want to say it, don't say it. I've been to many Chick-fil-A's and many Culvers where they've never said that. So get over yourself. Ever thought of that one? Just because you're so negative and you hate your job, some people that work at Chick-fil-A genuinely like their job because it's a great place to work with great people and positive energy. And they seek positive people
Okay,
to work at
great.
these places. That's so rude. Love It or Hate It Zombie Boy by Lady Gaga.
Love it.
I used to hate it, but then I saw the little Adams Family performance she did, and now I love it. And if you don't know, you should look it up.
Love it or hate
And
it.
Jenna Ortega is in it, and she sits at the table and then she walks away. But
Every time we do this and then I go to do my love it or hate it, you interrupt me. So I'm just making sure you're done. Love it or
I
hate
am
it.
done. But I have one. Oh, no, I'm done
Love
for
it.
now.
Okay. Just go. Just go.
I don't have anything to say right now.
Love it or hate it. Um, exclusively fan casting redheaded actors to play redheaded characters regardless of skill or fame level.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be a story, but you turned it into a love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
It's really long.
Yeah, I didn't. Exclusively fan casting?
Yeah.
Define it.
So like people online who are like, I think so I'll give you an example. So I hate this. So Sadie Sink was recently cast, I believe as Gwen Stacy in the new Spider-Man movie, and then everyone is like, she should be MJ. Or even worse, they're saying she should be Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie. Only because her hair is red. So it's like people online saying like what they want an actor to be is fan casting.
I mean, the exclusivity part, I guess I'll say I'll hate it because it's like get over yourself in terms of the redheadedness.
Well, it's just like crazy to think that like why are we pretending wigs don't exist? Hair dye doesn't exist.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Or that's like saying like when they get mad when like a straight actor plays a gay person, but it's like newsflash, this
Well,
isn't actually this.
that's a different
But this isn't
argument.
actually this person though. They're just playing a role. So like why can't someone why like a ginger doesn't only have to play ginger roles or like and
Well, exactly.
non-gingers can play non-ginger roles and it's like gay people could play straight people and straight people could play gay people.
Not every gay person can play straight though.
like Bo and Yang.
I mean, I would say he's probably one of them. Yeah, that can't.
He can't act. He cannot play any character other than a flamboyant gay Asian man. That's
Um,
the only character he knows how to play. He's really bad he's really bad in general, but he's like so inauthentic if he tries to do when he has like the serious roles, it's so inauthentic. Like, do I believe you really are a bitch like that? Yes. But like, do I believe you do it in a monotone way? No. Like, I believe you're
well, what
extremely
serious
extra and
roles
flam.
has he had
I'm talking
even?
about this when on SNL, sometimes you
Okay,
get to be the
exactly.
comedic. No, I'm saying sometimes you get to be the comedic relief, and sometimes you're like the more background, like you're the
The
one that's
straight
like
man.
you're the one that's like not vibing with it. Like these guys are crazy. Like there's always the Kristen Wiig, and then there's the people reacting to Kristen Wiig, and he is
It's called the
clearly
straight man. That's what that role is called.
whatever. he You could tell that like whenever he's in a room, he needs to be the Kristen Wiig. Like he needs to be the center of attention, the out loud, flamboyant, enthusiastic person, and that he is
And who
not
does
good at
that remind you of?
and he is not good at being monotone, so he should just stop it. He should stop being fake. He's not a good actor. If you can't do it, then get off the show. Because you're also not funny, Bowen Yang.
When Bowen Yang and Matt
And people only like your
Rogers,
podcast because of the other guy. They don't like you, Bowen Yang.
because of Matt Rogers,
Yeah. They just like your co-host.
it's because they get A-list celebrities because he is in all this stuff, so he knows all these high-profile people.
Because they're bootlickers. Just like Andy Cohen.
I don't know if they're bootlickers. Andy Cohen, I don't know if he's a bootlicker, but I think he's a, I don't like him, but
He's a brown noser.
well, he let all the power go to his head. But let's not get into Andy Cohen. What's your
That's a
last one?
different episode. My last one is Glamorous by Fergie. Love It or Hate It Glamorous by
I hate it.
Glamorous. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Love or hate it, Leanne.
Which Leanne?
The Leanne Morgan.
Love it. Love
Love
her.
it.
Love it or hate it, Leanne Lachlan
Who the hell is that?
from Real Housewives of Dallas.
Oh, hate her.
Yeah, me too.
Love it or hate it, Leanne Rhymes.
I don't really listen to her, but I don't hate her, so I'll say love it.
Did I hate her? Because didn't she wasn't she a mistress or a homewrecker or both? A
I don't
cheater?
know.
A
Aren't they
cheating
all?
skank homewrecking whore?
Oh my God. That's
And if
disgusting.
and if I'm totally thinking about someone else, and I'm so sorry, Leanne. But
I think you are.
so that'll
Okay.
conclude this episode of Twinfluence. Be sure to
That's like
join
actually
next.
heinous.
All you do is like criticize me. All you do is call me these evil things. Horrendous, heinous, treacherous,
I have not said, I've only said one out of the three.
unbeguiling.
I have not even said that.
Well, I know words too, and I didn't need an English degree to learn them.
I didn't need an English degree to learn them either.
Well, good because it didn't work anyway.
Are we wrapping up or are we keeping going?
That's all I have, but if you want to like spoof off of anything, I'm open to it.
Let's, okay. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, subscribe, listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Definitely
write
be
to
sure to
us.
subscribe to us on YouTube because we got some great things in the works. Nothing we are prepared to announce today, but we got some great things coming.
Write to us at Moral Dilemma to get your moral dilemma solved. We didn't have one today because no one's writing to us.
Don't tell them that. We just didn't have time to get to one today, but we see your moral dilemmas and we will get to them.
And send your comments to twins at Twinfluenced. Okay, you ready?
Bardi gang, be sure to keep commenting stupid shit on our posts. You've been Twinfluenced.
Okay, you can't just say it and then because I was waiting for you to be ready and then you're just gonna say it.
You've been
You've been
Twinfluenced.
Twinfluenced.